Hiya guys, welcome to Learning to Race episode 2. Now for this episode I decided to try a slightly different format. It's got nothing to do with the fact that I thought I'd pressed record but hadn't when I was racing. But anyways, as you can see, an absolutely beautiful start there by me. Unfortunately it doesn't come to too much though, as I get sandwiched between these two cars and I start playing pinball with us. That's Shogo and Dent Proof there. Car really coming up quick behind us there, pushing us out to the side a bit, but I managed to keep my speed up and get back in front of them. I then make the wrong move by trying to drop behind B Duddy, and I didn't see the wall coming up as quickly as what it did. Car Pens gives us quite a nice little dunch on the way past. Dent Proof takes a few hits, and then from this point on I'm thinking, here we go again. I'm doing absolutely shockingly crap. We are going to stick with it though. It does get better. I'm going to try not to give it away. As you can tell by a different format, what I mean by that is I'm recording the voice, the audio, after the race. I forgot to press record. Had a good couple of races and I was gutted because I really wanted to get these races out, like I say, because they were good. But then when I went back to the main menu in the game, I realised that Sim Raceway actually saves every single race and hot lap that you do, which I was really pleased with. So all I've done is started my recording software, jumped back into Sim Raceway, pressed play on the recording of the race that I wanted you to see, and this is it here. So after quite a poor first lap, we are a few places down. I believe we're in 6th or 7th place at the moment, but as you can see, this car's just joining the track. He had a bit of a problem. He then tried to be a bit of a dickhead and tried to pull out in front of us as I was passing him. He missed. Luckily, this guy following up behind us just managed to squeeze past him as well. Managed to miss him. So that idiot didn't gain anything by trying to make us crash, trying to spoil our race as well, which is a good thing. Car Pens there, into the wall, engine dead. Just managed to see him in time and squeeze past him. And I think, if I'm correct, that put us down into 4th place. So I must have been in 6th to start with. 2 cars crashed out, took us down into 4th, which is where you currently see us. 1st and 2nd place are racing really well. They're close enough to each other to use each other's slipstream and therefore drag each other around the track a lot quicker. 3rd place is a bit behind them. He's not really doing too much. He can't catch up to them. I can't seem to catch up to him at the moment, but this guy behind, as you've seen, is right on my tail at the minute. He stays here for quite a while. All I can literally do is, there's no car close enough in front of me to slipstream off, so all I can do at the minute to not lose another place is to always stay on the inside line of the track as close to these 2 yellows as possible. That is obviously the shortest route around the whole track, and is the most beneficial if you're not going too fast to stick there. So all I do literally is I'm just staying constantly on these 2 yellow lines. So if this guy behind us wants to pass us, he's got to take a long route along the outside to the right, further up the hill, and therefore he's not slipstreaming. He starts losing more speed, and he normally has to end up pulling back in behind us because he can't get past, which I like. There's some very good defensive driving by myself here, if I don't say so myself, or even if I do say so myself. But anyways, as you can see, don't know what's going on, but we've slowly managed to catch a bit of time up on Band Racer, who is currently in 3rd. And I think from here, when I was actually racing, when I was doing it, I started to notice, possibly from the next corner onwards, why we started catching them. But anyways, I am having to keep an eye on this guy behind us. He's still hot on my tail. As you can see ahead there though, Band Racer is weaving quite badly up and down the track all the way through the corner. That's probably got something to do with him accelerating and letting off the accelerator, then putting it back on again. I decided to try and slipstream, but then he stayed on the outside, so I think better of it, and I jumped back on the inside so the guy behind can't pinch my line. Then as I start getting really close, he's staying on the outside, and I'm thinking, great, you stay on the outside there, matey, I'm going to come and take you on the inside. He sees us coming last minute, so he tries to go defensive. He does it again. That wasn't me, that was him turning into me there, so he actually knocked himself off the track, and all hell breaks loose behind. When I was racing, I didn't really see what happened there. All I know is that the guy that was in front of me tried to turn back in front of me too late, so my front end caught his back end, which spinned about a little bit. He tried to overcorrect, and the car that was following really closely behind me ended up going into him, and like I say, all hell broke loose. I managed to get 3 of them, stay completely clear of any trouble. So there was 10 people starting this race. I thought I'd started quite good, well I did actually start quite good to start off with. But then a bad corner and hitting the wall dropped me down into 6th or 7th place. But literally just by finishing the race and putting in a decent drive, we've managed to get ourselves into 3rd place out of 10 people, and that's really, really good. We're still going here. Band Racer, again, he decided not to bother finishing the race. He just decided to try and take people out who were still driving around the track, still having a race. I just had to take my foot off the accelerator there. I was going a bit too fast. Actually, but that might have been the last lap. That's the only thing about the recordings and the replays. They don't tell you what position you're in, and it doesn't actually tell you how many laps there are in the race. Now I know there were 6 in this race, and to be honest, I do believe, yeah, that was the end of the race. I wasn't too sure when I was driving, which is why I'm still putting through a fast time here, still racing around as quick as I can. But it should, I'm pretty sure. Yep, there we go, it just quits off. So it gives you like, what, an extra 30 seconds, 40 seconds after you cross the finish line for the last time. And then it just jumps you straight back to the pits. But now, just to show you the controversy moment. Oh, this is actually the start of the race even. So yeah, when you're in the replays, you can change the camera into other people's cars as well, so we can see what happens from other people's cars behind us. As you can see there, at the start of the race, we got 4 cars wide. That's mental. 4 cars wide down the speedway track is absolutely crazy. Even 3 cars wide normally is very dangerous. But luckily we managed to sort ourselves out. I think that, yeah, I'm just about to go up into the wall here. Yeah. Then hits the wall. We're in Denproof's car now. So he takes a bad hit, he actually falls behind quite a bit. But obviously, as you can guess, he did really well to actually catch up with me, and I do believe he took 4th place. But I'm just fast forwarding through a little bit now. Yeah, we're going to take another look at this. This Dominican guy, this is where he already crashed, nothing to do with us. But then he tried to purposely pull in front of me as I was passing him. Not cool. So he blatantly tries to turn into us there. And this guy whose car we are in now just manages to squeeze around the left-hand side. And this is where car pens hit the wall. And we just passed him without clipping his back end there. But I think there's only one more big moment in this race. And that is the obvious moment when we come to pass Band Racer. After the race, this Band Racer guy, I think it was, no, it's the guy behind us, I can't remember his name at the moment. The guy whose car we're in now was going off it in the chat room after the race, trying to blame me for him hitting Band Racer, which is crazy, as you will see from here, guys. So again, I keep switching between these 3 cars at the moment, but we're in, I can't remember what this guy was called now. never mind. I'm sure you guys know. You'll have seen it previously. But anyways, not a very good view, that one. We just couldn't see what happened between me and Band Racer there. You can see Band Racer more or less sideswiped us into the wall afterwards though. Just trying to find my car again. Here we are, that's me there now. And then we will take a look from a different point of view. I accidentally pressed the fast forward button there, and I was supposed to press the slow forward. Here we are, slow motion. You can see, look, he by himself veers up the track. If you can just see the wheel behind the menu there as well, you will have seen that he is turning down back towards me. I've already come alongside of him, barely, so when he does turn back down, here we are, he's squeezing his back end against my front end, which forces him to slide out a little bit. There it is. Luckily, it doesn't do too much to me. I managed to keep going straight. One more time here. He's turning into me. I'm going straight. I'm following these two yellow lines, as you can see. He turns into me. Gets himself all out of shape. Car back end's bouncing around a lot. He loses a lot of speed. And then this guy behind, obviously, pulls in, goes to go through the middle, tries the whole shot, but Band Racer tries to squeeze him. Here's look, Band Racer again, turning in. Just rewind it a bit again so you can see. He's already hit me, Band Racer. I'm now going to fly across into the wall. Luckily, it doesn't do too much damage. Here he comes, he's hitting me now. Flying off into the wall. This guy comes in, tries to jump through the middle of both of us. Band Racer isn't a very good driver, so he decides to squeeze this guy up against me instead of letting the faster car pass like he should. Which then makes him again spin out and nearly completely sideswipe me. Luckily, I keep on going. I get sandwiched between Band Racer and the wall, but I keep on going. But the guy who was following closely behind, Dent Proof, that's his name. So Dent Proof and Band Racer, both off the track. Dent Proof into the wall, Band Racer going sideways for about 1,000 metres. And yeah, when we got out of the race, Dent Proof was going off it, saying this was all my fault. Which is another reason why I wanted to grab a replay for you guys to see, and for it to be online, so if they were to look, they could see themselves. That was not my fault. That was all down to Band Racer driving like a knob end. But anyways, second race, here we go guys. This is using the Volkswagen Golf GTIs, or Golf Rs, or whatever they are. And to start off a little bit different, we're starting off in, it's only the two we're racing by the way, me and one other guy, so it's like a head-to-head race. And I'm going to start you off in the other guy's car. Just so you can see me ahead. This guy did qualify in pole and I was second, but you may have just seen my brilliant start off the line which got me into first place. But there is a good reason I'm in the other guy's car to start off with, just for the first couple of corners. Some of you might guess already why, but here's the first reason. You might not have heard, but he dunched me in the back there, using me to brake rather than getting to the side of us and braking himself. He then decides once wasn't good enough and purposely does it again. I fully believe that was on purpose anyways. Knocks me off the track, gives him a nice little lead. Now I do believe this race was 5 races long. It wasn't actually a quick event race like you've seen me play up to now. Back in my car now, by the way. There's the Mr. Dunshie ahead of us. The Hoffnellis. Hit us in the back twice on the first 3 corners to gain the lead like a cheating bastard. But anyways, what was I saying? Yes, this isn't a normal race, this is an event. Now within Sim Raceway you can do events as well as races. What are events? Events are basically like time trial events where if other people want to do it as well, then you will be racing against other people all at the same time. But if there is nobody else on it, it will just allow you to do the event by yourself. Normally it has a couple of warm-up laps and stuff like that, and then the whole deal is to use a specific car on a specific track to post the fastest overall time possible. Now, as you can see in the top left corner, my end race time was 12 minutes 51.67 seconds. That was enough to get me 51st place overall in the world for this car on this track in Sim Raceway. Not too bad, I think. I'd only really had 2 or 3 goes of this car on this track previously to this race. Without that idiot in front of us using us to brake himself round corners, I fully believe we could have possibly done it with 10 to 15 seconds quicker. And if we had, I think when I looked, that would have meant I would have been in the top 30 in the world for this car and track. But never mind. Can't expect too much too soon. But here we go, we're starting lap 2. I'd already gained a little bit of speed, a little bit of distance back on this guy, but as you can see, he makes a complete fluff of the first corner, which allows me to get right back on his tail. Now, coming up to this next corner, guys, there was a lot of stuff going through my head here. I thought, you know, should I just ignore the fact that he dunged me twice on purpose in the back and knocked us off track? Should I ignore that and just have a clean drive and try and get past him? But then last second, I thought no, because even if I do, he's not going to have any qualms at using the back end of my car to help himself brake. So I decided, as you can see, you'll watch, I do pull out to the left to try and get past them without hitting him. But then, to be honest, I just decided, well, no, I'm going to give him a taste of his own medicine. Bang, I give him a hit. He's still trying to turn out of it, he can't, and he's straight into the wall. As you can see me disappearing in the distance there in his rear view mirror, laughing away heartily. Yeah, I don't feel bad for that, guys. You tell me what you think in the comments. But personally, because he dunched me off twice in the first lap and even knocked me off the track on the second dunch, at first I thought, no, I'll have a clean drive, I'm not going to do it. But then I just thought, no, because even if I do, he's going to be on my tail all race, and he'll most likely do it to me a lot more times. At least once or twice, but quite possibly more. So yeah, I decided to give him a taste of his own medicine, give him a little knock in the back instead. He then decides that it's fair for him to give it out, but it's not fair for him to take it in return, and quits the race, allowing me to finish the race in peace. I still try and put in a good time, obviously, because I'm not just racing against another guy, I am racing against everybody else who's used this car on this track in this event. So, you know, I didn't want to go slow for the rest of the laps, even though I had 3 more laps to go. But there's no point in really showing you guys too much more of me driving around for 3 laps by myself. There was no big mistakes, nothing at all, I had a good drive. So that's why I just skipped ahead a bit for you there, just so you weren't really watching a boring race, and I'm using air quotes for race, since I was by myself on the track at that point. But there we go, guys. That was Learning to Race episode 2, done in a slightly different format. Let us know if you prefer this format or the original format where I'm recording live as I'm racing. I prefer it that way, but let us know what you guys think. But yeah, so at least now you've seen us fully complete 2 races in the same raceway. One an oval race and another one a proper track race. But I've got to say once again, guys, thank you very much for joining us, and I'll see you again next time. Bye bye.